What's up, guys? Shouri here, and today I just want to give a little bit of love to Gatlyn. This is one of the most fun heroes to play ever since it got its buff, and I just never really made a video on it. It is, just entirely a good character now. It can be a little worse when you're playing against really good opponents, but as long as you're just playing average players, you can do really cool things because of the switching in and out of the different modes gives you a lot of really fast movement speed without having to do anything too technical, and you just do a lot of damage. You know what else you do? You like and subscribe on the video because it really helps, and I would really appreciate it. So that's what you should also do. But for real, a big part of why I like the new version of Gatlyn is it has so much different stuff you can do. You can go in close and hit fire, or you can swing back out with that extra movement speed and end up hitting them while you're in the scope mode. And it's just something that you really couldn't do before, and you didn't have as many options because of that movement disadvantage. And you were kind of just a sitting duck before, and now you can get to places faster than everyone else, you can get to heals a lot easier, and if you want to, you can just sit back, snipe them from afar like this, or you can run up on them and you can hip fire them to your heart's content. And I just think it's really cool that you have a lot more you can do. Right here, I'm kind of setting up in the back, playing as an anchor for my team. The reason I'm doing this is, I can just kill a lot of people from this spot. It's really annoying to have to deal with me, and it keeps people off of my cart guy. Usually they'll have to send people after me instead of going after my cart people, and as long as I'm conscious of that and I'm on top of it, it ends up being a really big advantageous position for me, and it helps my team a lot. Right here, I do realize my teammates are all dead, so we do have to go in. But since I can switch in and out of forms getting the speed boost, I get here very quickly. I do so much damage, it's absolutely crazy, and we can just take everyone out. Right there, our teammates did end up helping us, and that's the cool part too, is you're doing a ton of damage, you're having to get focused by everyone, allowing your team to just have an easier time of doing what they want. Right here, I just stay back, knowing that I'm on the cart, and we need me to get that time, and that's what ended up getting us the win. Another cool thing that Myron has kind of spurred is doing Crystal Assault on Gatlyn. As you can see, we're shifting in and out, going ahead and getting that speed boost to try to get up here faster. We're trying to play a little smart and kind of get back a little, knowing the shell wanted to come in close and kind of screw our lives up a little bit, so that's why we kind of transformed backwards and got out of it. Right here, we're trying to transform in and get behind the spawners as they're running out. I put myself in quite a bad spot here, though. We do get lucky enough to end up getting one here, but we do get killed by the other. So right here, we've done a pretty good job of kind of keeping them on their toes, getting a good amount of damage out, and getting out into the open spaces on their side pretty quickly, doing the shifty in and outy stuff. Yes, very technical term, I coined it. But right here, we are able to go ahead and kill the shell before his ult's able to hit the crystal, and that's super important. And we're kind of just sitting back, relaxing, hanging out, making sure that we get people when we can, and that's exactly what we did. And we basically are going to just leverage the fact that we have so much damage, they have to pay attention to us. Another one of them did switch to Gatlyn in response to me being Gatlyn, and I think that's great because I want some Gatlyn one-on-ones, man. Sounds fun. But right here, we do know that there were some people coming on the left, so we do have to pay attention to that. The Gatlyn was sitting in the window hoping to catch us off guard, but I knew he was there. And right here, you can sit up here and shoot the crystal with this little thing kind of blocking damage from you. And if people go out to where they can hit you, you're able to hit them at a much better angle. And that's exactly what we're doing here. This guy is in a very bad position. We do end up running out of ammo, which was really lucky for him. He pops his ult, but we're still in a great position. We do end up getting the kill, and we're doing a ton more damage to that crystal, and it's all due to the way Gatlyn works now. And it just makes it a lot more fun of a character than it used to be. Right here, we are waiting back, trying to see if they're coming up so we can help, but with 3 times damage, all we really got to do is go up and do what we can to get that crystal. We take a lot of damage, so we actually just use our speed boost to get out of it and get back, knowing that they're probably going to get to our crystal, and we are going to have times 4 damage. We don't want the shell having free reign to use his ult, but now, at the very end, we go ahead and get that guy so he can't distract our aim assist, and we just go ahead and kill the crystal, no problem. And that's the cool part about Gatlyn, man. Like, you have the mobility and the freedom to move around, you have the high damage still, and you can actually be able to do so much getting in the right spots at the right times. And it's just a really fun character to play now. So one thing that the Gatlyn really succeeds at is doing super high outputs, and that's one thing that kind of Gloria has as well. The one difference is Gloria can run around and is really fast in its normal state, and then it kind of gets slower when you scope. And Gatlyn is a little bit different. You need to shift in and out of your states to be able to have fastness, and it ends up working really well if you just go out and do your best to kind of be annoying. People are going to have to focus you if you're playing Gatlyn, giving your teammates a lot more freedom. My teammates just ran up and died a bunch though, so it is what it is. But luckily, even if they're dead, we have so much damage that we can kill everyone on our own. It's not that big of a deal. We let him go past, so he gets into a really bad spot. We wait for the heal, we grab it, and now we have this Osus on us, and oh my god, this was the most scary thing ever. Knowing that we're gonna die into his smoke, we just try our best to just spray out whatever we can. We end up dying there, but what you gonna do, right? And we are still able to go back, get there really quickly, and do so much damage. The Osus can't even react in time, and that's the biggest thing. Go for your headshots, you'll do insane amounts of damage, and pretty much nothing can stand up to it. They need to really be able to get you before you start shooting. And in the old version of Gatlyn, that was a lot easier because you were very slow when you were transitioning into your form. It took so long to shoot, and now you just have a lot better of a chance of actually getting into your form and not being dead by the time you get to shoot. And like I said, as soon as you start firing, if they aren't almost going to kill you, you basically have already won. And the hip fire is pretty strong as well, as you can see there. And I just think this is a lot better of a character than a lot of people give it credit for. And most important to me is it's a really fun character to use, because I don't really care if it's the best meta character. If I'm having fun doing it, then that's really all that matters to me. And you can do so much cool techniques with the shifting in and out that it just makes it a lot of fun. Right here, we are having the Osus on us, and I'm just trying to get out of the smoke and get over to the heal. We do transform a bunch, getting over here very quickly. I pop my ult so he can't snipe me, and we go ahead and get that kill. And now we're going to go around towards the cart and just try to get him off guard. I'm waiting for my teammates to get up here a little. That way we can have a little more cover, because it is going to be a lot on one person. And Gatlyn does suffer to the fact that you are a little bit stuck once you hit this state. It's really good in one-on-one, but once you get a lot of people on you, it's not nearly as good. So you want to try to take the fights in these angles one-on-one as much as possible. That's why I'm staying in this room, and I'm trying to catch them when they go left or right, and catch them in that one-on-one, because it's just much better. And what I'm doing right here is just going back and forth, seeing if I can see anyone. And then I finally do see him, and I come out. I know it might not be as easy to see in the moment, but when you're playing, you have adrenaline and everything slows down. Right here, I see the tip of his head, and so what I do is I shift here, and I'm going to go ahead and shift while I'm behind the wall and come out blazing. And that's the biggest thing is, you got to be smart when you're shifting in and out. Make sure you use the speed to your advantage, and be in cover as much as you can when you're actually shifting, because it'll give you a much higher chance of success. And so basically right here, we're just using our shift in and out to get where we need to go. We have somebody on us, so we're going to go ahead and use our ult, and then we are going to go ahead, shift out into the heal, coming out of it with full health, distracting the Christina, getting the kill with our teammates' help, and now we're already on the cart in this game that's basically tied. So it was a really good push out of our base. They were all set up and spawn camping, and using Gatlyn's various abilities, we were actually able to get out of there and succeed, all based on the new abilities that Gatlyn's gotten. And that little bit of extra speed boost, it matters that much, and it facilitates all of this. Right here, we have a guy coming behind us. He does end up getting us good. Props on that. But right here, we do jump out of the base when we are shifting, because now when you shift, you can jump. This makes you harder to hit, and if you do it at the end of the speed boost, you actually get more speed boost than you would originally. So right here, we do our little shifty techniques to end up getting the health back, and this really showcases the evolution of getting used to it, because this game was later on, and I've gotten a lot better at doing it at this point, and we can really abuse the techniques a lot more than we were originally. We do end up getting destroyed there, but hey, you know, that's not Gatlyn's fault. I mean, I just suck. It is what it is. But right here, we are going to shoot the middle block just a little bit in case our teammates can use the bonus, and we hit our ult to save our life, and we do end up getting the kill. Right here, we're doing a ton of damage into this guy. We do end up getting him, saving our teammate, getting a little bit of extra time, and our teammate's still a little contested on the cart. We do end up getting the kill, but we're too low to push out on our own, so we need to go ahead and get this heal, reload, and kind of reset. Luckily, our teammates are pushing their cart backwards this whole time, so it's really good to keep the other team away from either cart, because if they're dealing with me, our team can push their cart back, and they can't really do that much about it. We do end up going backwards and making sure that we stop that guy, and we do keep their cart moving. We're going to shoot them and do whatever we can to help our teammate on their cart while making sure that we keep pushing it back, because this allows us to make sure that they don't end up winning the game. When you're in the lead, all you need is your cart and their cart to move at the same rate, and it really doesn't matter what happens. It just means that you're going to win. So if it's tied and you got a little bit of a lead and your team's pushing it back, hey man, just take advantage. Just like this last game, I think you should take advantage of having the most amazing wife ever who helps carry you in these games and make you look good, which is exactly what I did in this game. My woman is on the cart destroying, as always. If people come after, she waits long enough for me to be able to get there to help her out, has them really low, and allows me to steal the kill, so I look way better than I am. Yeah, that's how I made this YouTube channel. I mean, I basically just steal all her kills and claim to be good, and it works really well. And none of you guys ever catch on. It's pretty nice. Either way, we are going to be doing a lot of damage here, and we are getting absolutely destroyed. Luckily for us, we pop our ult and stay alive through it. Don't know how that worked out so well, but it sure did. And then we come up here getting a ton of damage out. They do end up healing for the most part, but luckily we got the canister heal for 5k, and everything worked out great. We are going to go ahead and take out two because the burst damage on Gatlyn's just so insane. And then we finally get there, Gatlyn, as well. We're going to go ahead and pop some of the Christina's trap balls and just keep all of our focus on making this cart as invulnerable as possible. We get just destroyed by that Gatlyn from afar because, like I said, if you're already in shooting mode and you start shooting someone, unless they're already halfway to killing you, they're screwed. That also includes if you're on Gatlyn. So, yeah, that was rough. Either way, we are going to stay up in the spot they were just at and kind of abuse what they were doing, where you have a really good way to kill people and no one can do much about it. Right here, I am really cognizant of the fact this guy's going to come back up here, so I drop straight down, and he can't shoot me from here, and if he drops down, I have a chance to get him, especially considering I do have my ult up. We're going to go ahead and kill that guy, and we want to help get Annie into the promised land, but first we have to kill this guy. Annie does end up dying, but I pop my ult and just use that to kill the Gatlyn while pushing the cart. He pops his ult, but it doesn't matter. He has to drop down if he wants to get me. He does eventually drop down and gets killed immediately, and then we just have the last guy. Christina goes down, my woman carries me, and I look great. Hey man, it works. You know how else works? Getting Jordy to make your thumbnails. The guy's an amazing artist, works for reasonable prices. Please go to the description and talk to him if you want him to make your thumbnails for any games. He works for my corporate clients as well. Any of your Photoshop needs, he can do. Trust me, always been satisfied, and so have my clients. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and have a great day.